Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I'd do an updated mod list on my car. So I'm going to walk around the whole car, go over every single mod that is done to the car, start it up so you guys can hear it, and also chuck a couple of flybys in so yeah, you guys can hear what the turbo sounds like, hear what the exhaust sounds like, and just get an idea of what it's like to drive the car. The reason I'm doing this because I have done this top video before on the car, but it's been a couple of years since. I've changed a lot of parts, and I've been getting a lot of questions asking me about certain mods or what have I done to this part of the car, and I just thought, you know what, it's going to be easiest if I just do an updated mod list video. So yeah, that's exactly what we're going to do today. So yeah, let's get right into it, starting off with the exterior mods. Alright, so with the exterior mods, first thing I'll just point out is I bought this car completely stock standard. So looking at it now, I'm very happy with the sort of build that I've done, or the creation, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, it's definitely looking a lot better than what it did when I picked it up, which was a stock standard Phantom Black Evo 10. So let's start off at the front here. So this is an OEM front lip, but it is the OEM Aero Lip. My car didn't come with it. I bought that lip. It's got actually the entire Aero body kit, so the side skirts and the rear spats as well. Also have the gurney flap for the stock wing, but obviously I have the different boot on at the moment. So also at the front end, I've got, you'll notice here, this piece, it has no badge, no holes for the number plates, and it's painted gloss black. So yeah, that's something that I did. I got the painter when he was painting my Aero kit, picked up a spare one of these front pieces, and I got it done in gloss black, similar to the final edition. I like that look of the gloss black, and I wanted to go with the zero badge, which yeah, I think looks really cool. So that's something different. I wanted to make the car look a little bit different to everyone else's. Also at the front end, I guess we'll point out, it's not really, it's performance, but we've got an AMS front mount intercooler. Have an FQ400 vent, so that's feeding air straight into my intake, which I really like the look of and the functionality of it. I've painted the factory vents sort of color matched, so which is how they come on the MR. This is a GSR Evo 10, but yeah, I've gone with that sort of look, which I really do like the look of. I went back to the factory scoop. I just think the OEM bonnet, I really like that now. So I did have carbon vents and carbon bonnets, but I've gone back to the OEM for now. I've got a Evolution X design, or Evolution by design, side mount number plate bracket, some OEM fog light delete kits. We're gonna have to hurry this, looks like it's about to start raining. Coming around to the side, we've got some Depot LED side indicators or markers, some Vera style carbon side vents. Also have some wired electric working Ganador style mirrors with the carbon J panel, I think it's called. Some OEM weather shields, which I really do like these. You can drive with the window down when it's raining, which it's about to start doing. Some carbon fiber side pillars. We've got the rear, the Aero side skirts that I talked about, and then the rear spats as well. Coming around to the back, we've got some Depot LED tail lights, which are a new addition that have been smoked side, third brake light, and smoked reflectors. We've got a CSL style carbon fiber boot, super light, looks cool. Probably going to paint it black soon though, but yeah, definitely a nice touch for the car. And I believe that is about everything for the exterior. I haven't gone crazy on it. I haven't got like canards or a wide body kit or aftermarket bumpers. I just like the factory style, just with some extra touches done to it. So yeah, that's I think about it. Small little stubby antenna for the roof. All right, so wheels, tires, suspension, brakes, all that kind of stuff. I'll start off with the wheels. They are Ray's Graham Lights 57DR in mag blue. Absolutely love these wheels. Really, when I first started planning this build out, this is what I wanted, these wheels in particular. Probably will change them to a mag blue T37 or CE28 or something in the Volk range to make it a bit lighter, but same specs. They're 18 by 9.5 plus 22. I'll keep that size, really like it. I've got some Salon R01 265/35/18 tyres. The brakes, we have DBA slotted rotors front and rear, so just a bit nicer looking. And also for the pads, I have QFM, I can't remember the specs on them, A1R or something like that. Brake pads are pretty old now, probably going to replace them soon with something different, not too sure what yet. But yeah, stops really well. Going to get some braided lines soon as well, so I do want to do a bit of a brake overhaul soon. But yeah, also for the suspension, we have some MCA Street Essential coilovers. Probably going to rebuild those into MCA Reds in the next year or so, which we've done recently with Letitia's MCA coilovers. So that puts them to like sort of top of the range from MCA, or close to top of the range, sort of a motorsport style. We have a white line rear sway bar with end links that really did make a difference to the handling of the car. And you can see it sits at a good height. Probably going to raise the front just the tiniest little bit, just because I kind of bottom out on my driveway a little bit. But I do like the look that it's sitting at. It's at a nice height. So yeah, that is about it for the wheels, brakes, tyres and suspension, I believe. Okay, so moving on to the engine mods. As you can see, pretty modified under here, but it's basically full bolt-ons with upgraded turbo. So yeah, we'll start off. We've already mentioned the intercooler. So yeah, AMS 3.5 inch front mount intercooler. We've got some TOG titanium upper intercooler piping. We have an ETS titanium intake, RK titanium blow-off valve piping. Probably going to slightly shorten these blue couplers to show off a little bit more of that titanium soon. We'll stick with the titanium stuff for now. RK titanium coil cover and valve cover heat shield. Also got their RK power steering reservoir, which huge score on that one. Got that for my birthday. Shout out to Letitia. But yeah, really nice piece. I've got some Club Spec Customs caps for the lines there. Also Club Spec Customs titanium oil cover, oil cap. Oh, one more piece from RK Titanium is this Radiator Cap. And then Lathe Works was the supplier of this one, ECU bracket. So yeah, really cool little piece. Then we just have a bunch of titanium bolts all the way around, the valve cover, yeah, headlights and everywhere, strut bar, and all that is from JD Customs USA. Also the Cusco Strut Bar, which actually worked out well because I used to have the stock strut bar painted, and I picked up the Cusco one after seeing a friend's car that I was filming. So he had one, his car was blue, and I noticed the color matched spot on, and I was planning on repainting my valve cover, so which I've obviously done. So the valve cover, fuel rail, the cap for the brake reservoir, and the battery terminal cover. So those are all painted in Octane Blue Evo 10 color, and I just had him add some extra like flakes and stuff into it, so you can see looks really cool. So yeah, I noticed that they actually matched basically with the blue of the Cusco stuff, so that worked out pretty well. So yeah, then we also have some radium catch cans. So I have the dual radium catch cans, so one here, one over here. Possibly going to change those out soon to something else, but I do really like the functionality of those and the look. They look pretty subtle under there, you wouldn't really know that they're there. Okay, let's go with some other heat shields that I have now, parts by Evolution by Design. So yeah, we've got at the back there, you can see down here the Evolution by Design firewall heat shield, and then we have the Myvec heat shield over there, and the cam sensor heat shield over there, so keep those all protected. We have the brake reservoir heat shield here, so these are all by Evolution by Design, and also this intake heat shield. Love this thing. So this is I think their newest product from Evolution by Design, or Evolution X Design, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, this one's really nice. Works with my FQ400 vent, so we have air going through up into this APR carbon fiber cooling tray. We've got the stock snorkel underneath, so then that has the air coming out straight into my pod filter. So yeah, really good setup there. We got some carbon fiber covers for the fuse, a little custom carbon fiber cover for the MAF sensor, and for this line here. And I think that's about it for the dress up parts. So then moving on to, I guess, more performance side of things. So we have a Hypertune tubular manifold that's going down into a Hyperflow downpipe, or wide mouth dump, whatever you like to call that, which then is going into the AK Racing 1-cell cat or test pipe. And then that connects to the TOG stainless steel single exit exhaust with titanium muffler. Probably going to be changing that piece out pretty soon, that cat back. But yeah, good sounding setup. Then for the turbo, so recent addition, we're running the Intense 5656 RS. So amazing turbo, love the power, love the sound, all about it. It's absolutely great. That has a 22 PSI Turbo Smart wastegate actuator. That's, I mean, slightly modified to suit the turbo. Also, blow off valve is by Turbo Smart, the Turbo Smart Compact. And then we have the GFB fuel pressure regulator with the fuel pressure regulator gauge. So recent addition when I got the turbo done. We have an AK Racing inline fuel filter back here, you can kind of see. So that's coming down and connecting to the stock fuel rail, which I painted. Didn't need to really upgrade the stock fuel rail in my mind, it was still fine. We have some FIC 1200cc injectors that have been tucked, and obviously you can see a lack of wires in here. The whole engine bay has been tucked with the NRG Ops wire tuck kit. Started off with the Myvac, so normally they have that wire coming over here, but also you'll notice there's a lack of wires all over the engine bay, so that has had the complete wire tuck kit. We also have, I believe it's a Walbro 450 fuel pump in a Cobb fuel pump bracket holder. So I did used to have the DW fuel pump, but that died on me, so I've gone to the Walbro, that's recent. And also an NRG Ops flex fuel kit. So the car is currently only running on the E85. I haven't actually done the second sort of tune for the flex fuel kit, but it is wide and it is all working. I did have it on my previous turbo, and I will get that sorted soon, but for now, with the price of fuel in Australia, it was better to stay on E85, but we will sort that soon. It is making 294 kilowatts on E85 with this setup, and I think it was 435 or so Newton meters of torque, and with that power, that was running an 11.58 second quarter mile at 118 miles an hour, and a 0 to 60 miles an hour was, the best I did was a 3.1, but I haven't actually officially recorded that, so 3.41 is the best that I've got recorded with my Draggy. So yeah, gets up and really goes. So it's got sort of a little bit of the go to match the show. Not that the exterior is like crazy modified, you know what I mean? It's just the engine bay looks pretty modded, but the whole the car, you're not really expecting it to be like a 10-second car looking at it. You just expect it to be a bit of a faster sort of street car. So, and the last thing, I guess, would be the SST. That has been rebuilt. So a full rebuild on that with 10-plate clutches, upgraded shift forks, all that stuff with a custom tune on it, and also have, yeah, it's been like a game changer for the car, the SST getting rebuilt. So yeah, that is a massive shout out to AK Racing on that one. Transformed the car, really enjoyed that. So yeah, I think that's everything in the engine bay. Oh, I guess we've also got a Cobb 3-port solenoid that I forgot. So yeah, that'll be everything. I'm sure I've missed a couple of things, but yeah, a lot of little parts that add up. So took a while to film that section. Let's move on to the interior mods now. Okay, so for the exterior, I just started the car up so you guys can sort of see the dash setup and everything once it boots up. But start off with, yeah, obviously we've got the stock Recaros, the cloth ones from a GSR. I would actually really like to get these replaced or retrimmed or something with some leather ones. But yeah, hopefully sometime in the future we'll do that. So what I wanted to do with the interior is, in the later models, there's a lot of upgrades that I think are well better than what I used to have. So what I did is I upgraded a lot of the stuff with OEM parts. So that's why I want to also do the seats. So this section here, we have a little bit dusty, but we have the black leather with some custom blue stitching, OEM armrest cover, so nice and soft leather. This one used to be just the cloth one with no padding, so that was a big upgrade. We've got the OEM with the cup holder lid section here, and then also this piece here, which I'll get my light going. It's probably a bit dark in here for you. So yeah, the piano black with the 2 cubby holes instead of just the big open tray. We've got the OEM Lancer Revolution handbrake cover, so the black leather with the aluminium. Also the OEM Lancer Revolution shift knob, and that one unfortunately is for a manual model, so I do need to get a SST version of that. We have some custom, massive thanks to one of my subscribers who made these blue Lancer Revolution OEM floor mats. So with blue stitching, really does look a lot nicer. Don't mind the pretty dirty floor mats. We've got an SST footrest, so that's an OEM piece to match the brake and accelerator pedal. Again, shout out to that same subscriber who made these. Helped me out by sourcing and installing a headlight leveler kit. So now I have headlight leveling, which wasn't a feature we had here in Australia. Keeping with the OEM stuff, we've got some CF Lancer and also Final Edition, I guess, style door cards. So you can see we've got the stitching along them with the much nicer leather, padded leather here. So it's all padded compared to my very rough plastic ones, and padded leather up the top here. So really does transform the car, to be honest, just having something like that. We have full OEM black roof and pillars. So these are all from, again, a Final Edition Evo. I'll just climb into the car. So Final Edition Evo has these, as does the CF Black Edition in Australia. So I'll get the lights going, but yeah, so the mirrors, like the visors, the lights, the grab handles, all of those are OEM black pieces. Then I have the roof. Rather than getting the OEM black one with the carpet, I actually prefer this material better, so I got it retrimmed. And then also one OEM piece I missed was the AC cover, so carbon fiber AC cover, and I think that's about it for the OEM stuff that I've added. Move on to the aftermarket. So starting off, we have an Evolution by Design fire extinguisher bracket with fire extinguisher. We have also an Android 10.2 inch touchscreen head unit that you can see. That's why I wanted to turn the car on to show you guys these together. I've themed them out with the blue theme to match the theme of the car. We have a Hypertune digital dash. So you can see this one's very fast to react, this one's very slow. But yeah, it just looks cool to have both gauges sort of set up. But yeah, Hypertune digital dash. Now, I've been saying it for so long, I've been wanting to get onto it, but I have not yet flush mounted this, but I do have the Ken extender, so soon I'll have like boost, I'll have so many more things working. I've got indicators and high beams and stuff, and it's fully customizable. You can have a bunch of different dash setups. It's sort of never ending. You can create your own. So I've just been playing around with this. Is my main one. But yeah, so this will soon be flush mounted in. There's a kit that I can buy, so I'm gonna have flush mounted that coming hopefully soon. There's just been so many other things happening. We've got some AEM gauges. So I've got the AEM boost and air fuel ratio, and they are custom mounted to this cluster, which is actually an OEM cluster that's been modified to hold the gauges. Probably going to be removing those because I'll have all that reading on my dash soon, but I may just keep them in the glove box or something just in case. But yeah, so Gauge Surrounds Australia made me this setup, so you can kind of see I've kind of broken that one and broken this one a little bit because they make them a little bit too deep, so you can't really get your indicator up without hitting it, and you can't put your steering wheel up too high, so I would like to trim them back a little bit, but yeah, that's something I can look at in the future once I mount the dash. You've probably also noticed this steering wheel here, so this is a new addition from Carbon Customs, so massive shout out to those guys. I'll have a link in the description to them. Letitia and I both have this steering wheel, so I decided to go with the carbon, the flat bottom, the Alcantara, because I absolutely loved my old Alcantara steering wheel. Yeah, the carbon bezel centerpiece, and then yeah, I've also got some carbon badges for the steering wheel. And I mean, I think that is about it for the interior. It's not crazy modified. All I really want to add now is the seats. But yeah, I'm looking to also add some OEM stuff. Like I want to fill this button with an AFS, if I can get the AFS working, which is like in the headlights. And yeah, you can see I've got the headlight level here. I've also got a button here that'll be my garage button, release button. So that I've got at home, it's an OEM Mitsubishi piece, so I just need to fit it and wire it. But yeah, I think that is about it. One thing I did forget was the headlights when I was doing the exterior. So it has OEM HID headlights that have been modified. They have been pulled apart and had the internals painted black. So yeah, this car came with just the basic headlights, didn't have HIDs, and was pretty bad driving at night. Okay, so that is basically all of the mods. I probably missed a few things, such as I did with the headlights until I remembered at the last second. But yeah, what I'm going to do now is throw some clips up of the car doing some flybys, so you can hear the turbo and the exhaust, all that sort of stuff. I'll put some in-car stuff as well, so you can hear what it's like to drive with the microphones wired up. Basically mimic how you do hear it in real life driving, because when I drive with this camera just sort of sitting on me with the microphone, it doesn't quite get the sounds that you hear with your ears. The only way I can really capture that is to mic up the engine and the exhaust. So yeah, I'll put a few clips now so you guys can hear the car. Alright, so there you go. That is all of the mods done to the car with some sound clips so you guys can hear it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this one. I absolutely love this car, so hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it. And hopefully this answers some of the questions that I've been getting. Yeah, if you have any more, I'm always happy to answer them. If you send me, leave me a comment. I prefer the comments, to be honest. But yeah, if you send me a message on Instagram or something as well, I'll put my Instagram up on the screen. But yeah, feel free to just leave a comment. It does help the channel more, showing engagement. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, or if you just want to support the channel. And yeah, subscribe if you're not already. We have this car getting close to done. But there's the red Evo, there's plenty of my friends' Evos, and there's some other cars that we're looking at filming too. So more to come with the channel. So subscribe if you're not already. If it's your first time, click on one of the videos. Thanks for watching all the way through. And thanks to anyone who did watch all the way through, whether you're new or not. I do appreciate that. But yeah, we're gonna end the video there. So with all that said, until next time, I will catch you guys later.